Ladies and gentlemen, life is going to test you. It's going to hit you hard. It's going to push you to your limits. And the question ain't whether you'll face the storm. The question is, will you stand tall when it passes? See, anybody can smile when the sun is shining. Anybody can walk with confidence when the road is smooth. But what happens when the rain falls, when the winds howl, when the world says, you ain't strong enough, you ain't good enough, you ain't built for this? That's when you find out who you really are. That's when you discover what it means to be unbroken. Life has a way of testing those who dare to dream. It doesn't hand out rewards to those who simply want them. It makes you earn them. It makes you go through the fire. See, greatness isn't given, it's forged. And the process, it ain't easy, it ain't comfortable, but it's necessary. You ever seen a diamond in its raw form? It's buried deep beneath the earth, hidden under layers of rock, trapped in darkness. It doesn't look special, it doesn't shine, but over time, under the weight of the world, through immense pressure and heat, something extraordinary happens. That dull, rough stone is transformed into one of the most valuable, most resilient materials on this planet, a diamond. Now, think about your struggles. Think about the moments you've wanted to quit, the days when you felt like you couldn't take another step forward. That pressure you feel, that's life refining you. Every obstacle, every setback, every long night filled with doubt, that's the weight that's shaping you into something stronger, something greater. Because without pressure, there is no growth. Without struggle, some people run from pressure. They crumble, they give in to fear, to doubt, to the voices telling them they're not enough. But not you. You don't break, you don't fold, you endure. You let the challenges mold you, shape you, refine you until you become something unshakable, something unbreakable. See, the world doesn't need another person afraid to face difficulty. It needs those who can walk through the fire and come out shining. It needs those who understand that every hardship is an opportunity, every failure is a lesson, and every painful experience is another step toward becoming their best self. So when life presses down on you, when the weight feels unbearable, when you think you can't take one more hit, remember what you're becoming. Remember that pressure doesn't destroy diamonds, it creates them. And that same pressure is creating you. Life is not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. See, anybody can keep moving forward when everything is going right. Anybody can feel confident when the path is clear and the road is smooth. But the real test comes when life knocks you flat on your back, when you lose what you thought was certain, when you fail despite giving everything you had. That's when you find out who you really are. That's when you have a choice to stay down or to rise again. And let me tell you something, every single person who has ever achieved greatness has fallen. Every single person who has ever made history has faced moments where they questioned whether they could go on. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't, it's not talent, it's not luck, it's the decision to get back up. You might lose a job, but that doesn't mean you've lost your purpose. You might experience heartbreak, but that doesn't mean you've lost your ability to love. You might fail at something today, but that doesn't mean you won't succeed tomorrow. The only way you truly lose is if you decide not to try again. Think about a child learning to walk. They don't take their first step and suddenly start running. No, they stumble, they fall over and over again. But do they stop? Do they say, maybe walking isn't for me? No, they get back up, they try again, and eventually they take that first step, then another, and before long they're running. That's how life works. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is that you keep getting back up. Every challenge, every setback, every failure is a lesson. It's shaping you, teaching you, strengthening you. But only if you refuse to stay down, only if you rise again and again, no matter how many times life tries to keep you on the ground. Because at the end of the day, resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about refusing to let failure define you. It's about having the courage to stand even when your legs are shaking. It's about knowing deep down that no matter how many times you fall, you will always, always rise again. So stand up, keep going. Your story is not over yet. Final words. The world will try to break you. Life will test your spirit. But you were built for this. You were made to rise. So stand strong. Stay unshaken. Be unbroken.